How you doing, YouTube? This is Will from Will Development. Today I'm talking 3 more common problems with common solutions. Very simple solutions. I'm gonna hop right into it. If you missed my first video on this, I'll put a link in the description below. If I remember, I will this time. I will remember this time. No excuses. Allergies. I'm gonna jump right into it. I personally, let me preface this by saying, I personally don't have allergies. I know what it feels like to be congested because who the hell hasn't been sick in their life, you know? With a cold or whatever. I mean, I don't get sick, you know. I'm always just fighting shit off. You know, manly men, we don't get sick. we're just fighting shit off. So I don't have allergies, but I've recommended this to other people, and I've read quite a few studies about it, and they all conclude the same thing, and they all have the same opinion on it. Basically, a easy, natural fix for allergies is local natural honey. The theory is basically the same as a vaccination, that when the flu is going around, if you inject somebody with a small portion of the flu, a very small dosage, their body will take it, learn how to fight it off, and then it will be immune to that forever. That's exactly how vaccinations work. This is the same reason why there's over 200, maybe even 300, I don't remember exactly how many. I know there's over 200 common cold viruses, rhinoviruses, but you'll never get the same one twice, because once you catch one, you're immune to it. Now, this is different from, like, let's say strep throat. You can get that as many times as as possible in life. When I was younger, I used to get strep throat just about once a year, up until I was about 10, because I was unhealthy and all that good stuff. So, I digress. That's the theory behind it, and a lot of resources say it works, and I've recommended it to a few people, and they all, some of them, let's just give a number like 4 out of 5 people said it worked for them. So all I'm saying is, rather than spending your money on decongestants like acetaminophen or what's that other one? Oh, don't tell me. See, and I only know acetaminophen because I live in Florida, and that's one of the main ingredients in crystal meth, which is big in Florida. It's not funny, but that's the reason I know it as an allergy / congestion relief. It's hard because I don't like to name names. I think it's Benza something. It's in a brand that starts with a B. Let's put it that way. It's allergy relief. Instead of using your money on that, you can spend a lot less on honey. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, shit, at least you got some honey. Make some fucking tea, make some biscuits, enjoy your honey. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else you can use honey for. I guess putting it on peanut butter, that's pretty tasty. I mean, I think it's nasty, but I know a lot of people like it. I'm a peanut butter purist. I like creamy, by the way. I digress. Look, try it. And if it works for you, please let me know. So send me a comment, send me some on Facebook or Twitter or what have you. Let me know. Let me know if this stuff works for you. Now the big boy. The big boy with a lot of power. Lower back pain. Now, I'm studying for the National Academy of Sports Medicine personal trainer certification. Go NASM. And they talk about chronic ailments in one of the chapters. And one of the biggest ones, obviously they talk about obesity and, blah, 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 blah. I'm tired of hearing about obesity. I know that sounds insensitive, but I am. Sorry. And then they talk about lower back pain. I'm tired of hearing about lower back pain too, because honestly, the #1 cause of low back pain, I don't give a fuck what any study says, I'm saying it right here, right now, probably, now I just about goddamn guarantee it, the #1 cause of low back pain is poor posture. Period. Because people have poor posture, And if they had okay posture, or even good posture, ooh, let's get fancy, right? If they had good posture, whenever they went to do, let's say, a lift, which is when most people injure their lower back, is during a lifting movement, whether it's picking up a 2-pound box or even playing basketball. They bend over, and rather than using their legs, they put all the tension and all the pressure on their lower back. Whereas if they had used proper posture, like you would have in a squat for say, with a strong neutral trunk, and you squat down with your legs to pick up whatever object you're trying to get, you probably wouldn't have any kind of back problems. Now there are other situations, degenerative muscular defect. You can have a major sports injury, let's say you're playing football, you get tackled from behind or some shit like that, and you get hit so hard that 2 of the vertebrae fuse. Who is it? That wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what happened to him. They did a pile driver to him, and 2 of his vertebrae fused in his neck. That's a different story. Which vertebrae can fuse in your lower back too. It sounds painful as shit. That is a different story. No amount of stretching. I'm not a doctor, but I would guess no amount of stretching is going to fix that one. Surgery is probably your only option, and very few things will I ever say you need surgery. Torn muscle, you need surgery, okay? Like, it shouldn't gonna heal back right on its own. You have vertebrae that have fused together, get a fucking surgery, okay? But there's also another thing, when people have low back pain, and it's muscular lower back pain, and it's not caused by bones rubbing together, basically. A very, very quick, simple stretch to do, and I do it every morning just to wake up a little bit. I feel like it opens me up better, and it gets me ready. I do it several times a day, but I also do it like right when I wake up. Like I'll sit at the edge of the bed and I'll do it, because it feels so good, especially after laying down all night. I try to sleep on my stomach too, because that's better for your nasal passages, but for some reason my body does not want me to sleep on my stomach. I don't know what it is. Maybe I weigh too much and it's hard to breathe. I don't know. Bottom line, it's just a twist. In yoga, the pose, you would be sitting down, or squatting, sort of. It's almost a squat. And they call it a chair, and then you put one elbow here and you push against it, it twists, and they call that the twisting chair. Well, you can do it in a regular chair. You don't actually have to bust your legs trying to do it. Let's see what I can do here. All right. So now I'm sitting on my bench, obviously, and right here, you can't see it in the shot. Right there, that's the attachment for the legs, the leg workouts, the leg exercises for the bench. I like doing it on this because then it really locks my leg in, right? So I'm going to take one leg and put it over. I'm going to take the opposite arm of the leg that's on top. So this is my right leg. I'm going to take my left arm, put the elbow right there over the knee. See where my elbow is? See where the knee is? I can't kick it because if I kick it, I'll kick the tripod. And then you just twist and you push. Now one thing you'll notice about my head is I'm not looking down. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. I'm not looking down. I'm not looking up. I'm looking straight forward, and I'm turning on a unilateral plane. Because you don't want to twist your head like that, you don't want to twist it like that, you just want to turn it. And I got my hand back here, and I'm pulling with that hand too, to help open up that stretch even better. If you're having a muscular spasm, this will help. Will it fix it? It's tough to say. But I don't know. And lead with your face. Use your head to turn your body. That's something they teach you, and I think fighting they teach you that. Basically, where your head goes, that's where the rest of your body's gonna go. That sort of deal. I digress. Look, just try it out. You got lower back pain, and you haven't had surgery for it yet. Try that. Do it statically, slowly, unless you've done it before and you know it helps, that sort of thing, and I'm just repeating something you already know. Maybe you need to do it more often, that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know you. These are just general things that I'm pretty sure won't damage anybody. And I think one other quick thing about lower back pain, a lot of people get this misconception that they should completely rest and not do anything. Sometimes that's the case. sometimes if you get up and actually move, that helps it. Because the movement will do exactly what that stretch did. It'll get it worked out. It'll work out whatever spasm is going on in your lower back. There are situations where rest is absolutely necessary. You gotta kind of play it by ear. There's no way. I don't know of any way where I can be like, if you feel a tingling, that means you need to rest. If you feel a burning, that means you need to stretch. I don't know any rules of thumbs like that. Hell, if somebody finds one, let me know. The last thing I want to talk about in this series, for now, is DOMS, or delayed onset muscular or muscle soreness. This is caused from working out. When you work out, what you're doing is bruising the muscle, basically. You are slowly tearing it apart, micro tears in the muscular fibers. And the way the human body works is when you break something, it repairs it back stronger because it doesn't want that to break again. Your body is an incredible, intelligent machine. It's like, it's how the world should work. If something breaks, let's build it back stronger or totally redesign it. Well, your body can't just redesign like that, so it builds it back stronger. That's what it do. Well, when you tear something apart, it's going to hurt. It's basically a bruise. And if you have a bruise, it hurts. It swells. There's blood rushing into it, it hurts. So, rest. And I don't just mean like don't do bench 2 days in a row. Some guys can do that, by the way. But, that's not what I mean by rest. I don't mean like don't do the same muscle groups 2 days in a row. That's not it. I mean literally like sleep. You might need more sleep. It could be that simple. Stretching. Stretching before, during, and after. I'm an advocate of stretching whenever you get a chance. I believe stretching helps. I believe it helps prevent injuries. I feel that it gives you a better muscle-mind connection. So when you're doing a specific exercise, you can really feel whatever muscle you're trying to work better. And I mean feel it. Massage. Foam rollers, I love them. I use a Tiger Tail because it's on like my legs, my thighs, and my calves. Even my biceps, my shoulders, if my neck is tight, that sort of thing. And nutrition. It sounds like a stupid one. I don't know if it sounds stupid because it's obvious to me, or it'll sound stupid because it sounds stupid. But like honestly, think about it. If you eat like shit, your body can't get the nutrients it needs to repair itself. If you're eating fucking, I don't know when Pop-Tarts became like the bro food for like cheat meals or macro dieting, but it's bullshit. Like, if you're eating fucking Pop-Tarts all the time, and those are your macros, you're going to suffer from DOMS a lot more than, say, a guy like me, who is eating his macros correctly, filling up with mostly protein and carbs, which are the things that fuel his body, and repair his muscles. You're going to be in a lot more pain, and probably a lot more often. And a lot of it has to do with how hard you work, too. I mean, if you do an exercise you've never done before, you're going to feel it the next day. It's just kind of how it works, And it depends on how hard you hit it, too. If you hit your biceps with, 60 sets, or 100 reps versus 200 reps, well, guess which one you're going to feel more the next day? I mean, it's that simple, how many muscle fibers did you recruit? That's all here and there. Bottom line is, drink some honey, stretch your back, and eat right. Follow me, like, comment, subscribe to this video. Follow me on Instagram at Will Development, Twitter at Will Develop MNT, Google+, Facebook.com/WillDevelopment. If you're having problems after this video and you're not even trying what I'm asking you to do, what I'm telling you to do, what I'm suggesting you do, then what's your excuse?